Rebecca, are you gonna be okay? Because you got shot, and that tiny little fucking vest is not a body armor vest.
Chris.
It's a good thing you were wearing your bulletproof vest.
Are you high?
There's nothing left for us to do here. Let's get moving.
Okay.
By the way, I already want one of these. Why is this seahorse pissing on me? Just so we're all on the same page. I did not ask for this. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Why are you gonna chug this shit? Oh my god, I forgot he throws things first. Shit. It just beats the hell out of me. Why? Why are you so abusive? This is animal abuse. I gotta call somebody. You know what? Break free. I want to break free. Yeah, there he is. He's underwater. He's underwater. It's underwater. Whatever it is, it's underwater, and I don't like it. It's underwater. I don't like it. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm running away. I'm still running away. Whether it's a bear or a wolf, I don't really care. It's something, and it doesn't like me, or it likes me too much. I don't really know, and I can't really tell, and I don't want to be here anymore. Can we just not and say we didn't? Is it still after me? But I gotta be 100% honest with you. I have bad experiences fighting vampires, and they take me and absolutely just booty slap me, and I'm not into it. You know what I mean? Like the bent over pounding that I would take from them is in a whole range of R-rated, and I don't appreciate it. Hello, greetings. Let's take a look at our audio, make sure we're still looking and sounding okay. Where are we? We're here? I think that sounds alright. I'm good. Well, I know that. I'm asking about my audio. Anyway, hello. How was the day? Is it fantastic? Mine's doing okay. I got off work, had a couple beers. I'm back to The Sims. Okay, have a great time. Got off work, had a couple beers, and now I am playing some EU4. Oh my god, I'm so used to saying EU4. It's gonna take me weeks, I tell you, to get used to saying EU5. Gosh, that's gonna be a pain. Anyway, till EU6 comes out, yeah, in like 25 years. So anyway, we are playing EU5. It just dropped today. Yay! Everyone's so happy. We're gonna see whether or not it's worth it. Really? This is kind of me. I'm not giving you guys an opinion on this for you, because everyone's their own person, and a lot of people really like this styles and stuff. There's certain things I already hate, but I will reserve judgment for the rest of it. I don't like this guy. I fucking hate it. I think he looks like crap. But that's just me. And I should be less judgmental of people and how they look like crappy Play-Doh. Anyway, we're playing as Utrecht. Utrecht is a Bishop Frick. I was interested in what Bishop Fricks are because I saw... I already watched a little bit of some of the pre-release stuff with ISP and a couple other people. I guess I can just shout out people, I suppose, huh? Because it doesn't really matter. It's not like anybody watching me is not going to have watched them. But Corbett, ISP, other people. I forget what the other guy's name is. Well, it'll come to me eventually. Played games, and I didn't see anybody playing a bishopric. Maybe they did. Maybe they are. I don't really know, and I don't really care. So I decided we'd check into it, see kind of what the difference is. We're going to read this little blurb right here so we know kind of what our standing is. I read through a little bit of this, just deciding who I was going to play because I didn't want to play as somebody really tiny with basically no options for doing anything interesting in the early game. And I also didn't want to play as somebody huge where I would feel like I had too many options and I had no idea what was going on, right? So I decided this would be somewhat reasonable, and if we die horribly, then we die horribly. So Utrecht's a medium-sized nation within the HRE, so relatively well defended, relatively powerful in terms of regionally in the very least. I think he should be fine. I believe he is, yes, he is part of the Holy Roman Empire. So he should be relatively well defended from the likes of England and France and maybe even Denmark if Denmark decides to get in on this. But they should be relatively strong regionally to maybe solidify some of the lowlands. That is my hope. That is my desire. But we shall see what happens. We are led by Bishop Jan III von Deist. So good on him. Low Franconian. I don't really know what any of this means. I have literally watched, maybe, I'd say 6 hours at most of this game. And so, therefore, I am not here to tell you guys how great I am at it yet. I will someday, but not today. So, anyway, we are Franconian. We are Catholic. Again, I don't really know what this means. I know that 195,000 people is pretty good. I know that we have 9 locations. And that should be bam, 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 all of these. And then this one right here. Well, 2, actually. I did not realize that. Is that Utrecht? Shouldn't Utrecht be this one? Oh, no. Our capital is over here? Ooh. That's going to make this difficult. Well, we might end up with an early war. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not at all. God, we are incredibly weak. Anyway, content. There's some things here. I don't really know how the game works other than theocracy, being servants of God by the grace of God. I don't really know if any of this helps me. Clergy satisfaction. Flesh is weak. I don't really see anything that is negative. I see some buildings. I see some privileges. And that's about it. So, regardless, the description. Of course, I'm going to read it. Thank you very much from Brain for reminding me. The nations of the Low Countries have been bounded and bossed by both the Kingdom of France or the Holy Roman Empire since their creation, often becoming a fief of one or the other, and not rarely switching sides. Like a big prize waiting for a claimant, as one of the richest regions in Europe, the countries of the region are in a position where they have to decide whether they become an integral part of other nations or will defend their independence with fury. Well, I can tell you one thing. I'll give you one guess as to which one we're going to do. Harassed by the county of Guelders and Holland, Bishopric of Utrecht is trying to shake their influence off and bring all the Low Countries under their godly guidance as a bishopric, of course. The bustling city of Utrecht, a center of culture and art, can be a great capital for a unified region. We are very central in this region, so it should be fine. Yes, Utrecht's Iron Man. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So, I have not played any of the games so far. I will probably read through some of this, but I've not really done anything. I literally loaded up the game, loaded it into one nation, and went, okay, cool. I'm kind of looking around, getting my feet under me a little bit and going. So this is going to be incredibly slow to start off with while I try to figure out what the fuck is going on. Historical context. I've already read that. Boom, boom. We don't have to read that. I only read things once. That's for you, really. Okay, pops need goods to be happy. Okay. I have reforms I can do. I have research I can do. I have possible rivals. I have 0 manpower, but that's more of a problem for future Maz. And then I have no allies. Do I have sailors? I have no sailors. I have a negative balance. I'm making -3 ducats per month. That kind of hurts. Okay. However, I have 3 towns under my name, which is quite nice. Oh, I not only have 3 towns, I have 3 forts as well. Huh. Sturdy grains, wheat, and then sturdy grains again. How are we looking here? We get sand, legumes, wheat, livestock, and horses. I don't know if any of these are actually good. Okay. I suppose we should start with potentially balancing the budget, right? That seems legitimate. Oh, those people are going to be sassy. Those people are also going to be sassy. That is the church, though. So maybe they are not going to want to give us money. We're going to automate the taxes for the church. I mean, for everybody, basically, because I think that seems the most reasonable. And then we're also going to automate fort and naval maintenance and army maintenance for now. If it becomes an issue, then we will change it up. We're also purchasing food somewhere. What? Over Itzel? Where's that? Probably up here. Province, yes, over Itzel. How though? You have food. Oh. Huh. Okay, we have no proximity to our capital. Our capital is here. No, is it? Yeah. So that's not great. This is why I probably start out in a relatively weak position from what I can tell. Is because our capital is over here in Utrecht, but and it's got the majority of our largest, actually it's got the largest city we have and a good chunk of our overall populace. But yeah, with 30,000, 32,000 here, and then 34, almost 35,000 here. Like that pretty well covers almost this entire, like definitely these 2 cities, towns, sorry. So that's interesting. So that's why we have such issues with like control, is we don't get any money or anything like that because our capital is separated from the rest of our lands. Now, as far as I understand, there's a couple of options here. We can create subjects over here, and that will essentially give up some of our land to make it so that they are now in control, which means that they'll tax it more, and hopefully if they tax it more money will flow kind of like upstream to us. But I don't really know if I care about doing that. The other thing I could potentially do is shift my capital away from Utrecht. Because if my capital is located over here, then I would have larger proximity and therefore more money coming from over here. How are we in terms of markets? We are largely in Koln, but our capital sits in Brugge. Okay. That's interesting. First thing I think I'm going to do is come into... Was it here? No, trade. And I'm going to just automate trade. And it can have a great time. Because I don't know enough about this game to feel comfortable about that. So markets and trade will temporarily be managed by the AI until I can come up with, until I can get my feet under me. And that will almost instantly cut the amount of money that is going out. So that's excellent. I don't think I care too terribly much about my diplomatic spending yet, but we are going to have to make a couple friends, right? Gosh, I also hate this so far, but that's mainly because I'm not used to it yet. But Munster, I think, is going to make a good friend and potential ally. Denmark, maybe. They kind of like us. They don't like us enough to hang out with us and be our friends and maybe go to the movies or talk about football, but they like us. These guys would be okay with a defensive league. Join up with Monster. That could not be the end of the world. How is Monster? They have a decent standing army. They would protect me, essentially. The idea would be here that they're going to protect me from potential invasions by somebody else. The issue is that I hope that they don't do anything to potentially make friends with something like this guy. But I think that's a pretty decent idea. Let's just go form a defensive league with him. Thank you. And then we are doing okay on, like I said, taxes for now. I do want to increase that a little bit because we are in the negative. Major reform, monthly research progress. Going towards spiritualist, I don't really mind that too much. What can we do here? Agricultural cultivation. The traditionalist. I kind of want to stay out of like traditionalist stuff. I think we're going to end up being a pretty good. What does this say? Religious influence is it is the ability of the country that ability that a country has to interact with and influence matters of its primary religion. Depending on the religion, the uses of it will be different, as well as the ways a country can acquire it. Like the church? Is that what you're telling them about? Ah, yes. We're paying tithes. Yes. Okay. And then we have certain amounts of religious influence. Oh, we gain 0.37 a month. Accumulate up to 1,000. Oh, and our devotion is essentially the same as EU4, our devotion, and is essentially the same as legitimacy. Okay. Well, ideally, we gobble up this guy and force them to be vassals. And if we do that, we will hopefully be able to make a little bit of money. But if that is the case, I don't really care about religious influence. I almost care more about building like trade range and dip range, maybe. Then again, that doesn't seem very good either. Where's our reform stuff? Values. Okay. Decentralization. I don't like that. I do want it to go to centralization. I don't really care. Cultural tradition. I don't really know which one of these I would rather care about. I know that spiritualist is probably going to be where we're at because we are a bishopric. We have a quality army. Fantastic. We are defensive, focused on land instead of naval. Where's the other thing? Conciliatory versus belligerent. Loyalty of subjects increased. Casus Belli creation speed down. How's that a negative? Efficiency of our cabinet up. Oh, okay. Okay. Dip rep. And more antagonism for breaking truce, taking land, and declaring war without a casus belli. Okay. Belligerent would speed up casus belli creation. It would decrease the amount of antagonism we get. Wow, we are very peaceful. Wow. That's very interesting. We also have an insanely traditional economy. Okay. I don't know if I like that. So, traditionalist? I don't think so. I think serfdom? Where was serfdom? Serfdom, right there. Food consumption up. The amount we can tax them is up. Raw materials output is up. And supply limit is up. Versus free subjects, which brings promotion speed. Oh, okay. The church is incredibly powerful in my bishopric. Yeah, imagine that. The bourgeoisie is not really powerful. And the peasants are incredibly weak. Okay. And we barely have any nobles. Okay. I would like to be able to tax the burghers. I mean, the bishopric, the church, essentially. But they are incredibly powerful. Max literacy up, which is nice. Tolerance of heretics, tolerance of heathens. Yeah, that could go the way of the dodo. Like tomorrow, and I wouldn't mind. Pop conversion speed up. Again, we're spreading through Europe, so it doesn't really matter. Efficiency of our cabinet. Okay. Powerful diocese. Possible clerics in towns and cities. Plus 100. and agenda impact. They're happy. They're happy. They're happy-ish. I almost think, like, we just take trade network. Because it doesn't seem like it costs stability, but it doesn't seem like it costs anything else. And that's just research progress. And this could go to serfdom, conciliatory, traditionalist, or diplomatic stuff. I might just wait then, because it doesn't really look like it's doing anything else. Burger states hate it, peasants hate it, block low-born commanders. Oh, okay. Essentially just make nobles the only ones capable of leading, increase forts, and then decentralize. I don't like that. And then tax efficiency. I like tax efficiency. Interesting. Well, I'd like more money. Can I do that? Can I get more money? That'd be nice. Well, trade is going to happen, so maybe we'll end up with a little bit more there. Okay. What is this? Over fort limit. I have a fort here, here, and here. Could I just break this fort down? It's all in the same area. Is this a fort as well? That is a fort. Can I just not have this? Or if I pay more in my balance. Oh, that's maxed. Let's say I just don't do that. Oh my gosh. That went from a loss of 0.6 to a gain of 0.8. That's a 1.4 ducat swing. That's pretty crazy. I think that'll fix itself. We're going to let it run. We're going to let it run a month to see what changes up here other than the tech. Can you get it personally in with other nations as a banker nation in EU5? Not a clue. This is the first time I'm playing it, brother. I can't imagine you could, but who knows? Okay, I guess we can take organized religion since it's the only option. Thank you, game. Appreciate it. Where is this? This one? Okay. Organized religion, and then we go through institution growth, which I don't think I care about yet. Increase of burgers. An overall increase of literacy seems like a good idea. Diplomats seems like a good idea. Army tradition. How are we doing with that? What does that actually do for us? Because I know how army tradition worked in EU4, but not in EU5. Accumulate experience of armies in battles. And sieges a country has. Yes, thank you. I want to know what that means. That doesn't show me. Oh, is that this? Army tradition? Doesn't seem like it. Is it up here? War exhaustion, manpower, sailors, prestige, devotion, population, stability, gold, estate control, how much everybody loves us. Okay. Army tradition right there. Has the following effect of 0. Yes, I understand. I would like to know what it does, but I guess that just doesn't matter, does it? Well, can you give me max literacy? No, I don't care. Max control? No. Proximity costs through land? Don't care. Oh, I think these are the ones that already have one to increase our income. Tax efficiency, yeah. What about you? Wild game output. Yeah, thanks for that. There's no wild game in my area. Who makes me the most money? The burgers, as per usual. No, actually, yeah, trade makes me the most. But outside of that, the burgers. You give me, they're allowed to build roads. Oh, very nice. Trade capacity up. Yep. Monthly prosperity. Yeah, okay. Progress towards decentralization. That's not really what I wanted, but thanks, bud. Plutocracy. Okay. Well, could you maybe, just maybe, give me I might look at this, but what I think I want is, oh, I don't want that. Tax efficiency would be nice, but max tax for burgers is kind of the opposite of what I want. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. But I'm hoping my tax efficiency just made that way more money for me. A little bit, not a ton, but enough. Okay. That's at least a start. Destroyed that fort, so we actually are making money. Yes. The buildings and goods and all that fun jazz stuff. Bank nations don't own land, but build on other nations with 100% friendly and allied to your bank. Yes, I did read a little bit about that because I was watching somebody play as the Hansa. But outside of that, I don't really know how it works. Do I have any money for this? Oh, okay. We'll probably end up waiting a month anyway to figure out what's going on. Well, okay, you can't get the Black Death as a bank nation. That's fair, but it's not like it helps or hurts you really because everybody else is going to die, which doesn't really help you if you're banking on them making you money, right? That seems reasonable. Let's hire that guy. And holy buckets, let's hire that guy. I don't know what he's going to do, but he's going to do something. I probably should have looked at this part first, but god dang, that dude just wowed me. I need control. Thank you. This is where 2 of my cities are. So my dude is going to sit there and boost control for a while until I can have a little tiny itty bitty bit of money coming in from there. No, you want control. That's, you know what? You might be onto something. Okay. Improve relations, local development, societal change. Who does that? Not in my America. Oh gosh, but the worst part is I'm not in America. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, you can develop that province for now. That's fine. Inefficient minting. Oh. That's why we weren't making any damned money. This, I don't understand why this part isn't automated, but minting makes you money, right? You mint your own gold or whatever, but if you mint too much, you cause inflation, right? To rise. That's what this 0.18% is. You're going to have inflation, which increases costs. Then, if you make it down here, it's 0.05, so inflation is going down, right? Because you're not minting and whatnot. But why doesn't it have a automatic system for being like, oh no, we're going to make it so that I can always have it. This one and this one and this one and this one and all these do. Where that's what this is it's automating it, right? But this one doesn't have an automatically make it so that I am proceeding to 0 inflation and then maintain 0 inflation. It's like, nope, we're just gonna keep going. It's like, okay. Italy has bank nations too. Yes, I did see there was at least 2 of them down there. I have no intention of playing anything that is not landed until I can get my feet under me about understanding how to play a landed nation. Then I'll figure out whether or not I even want to touch an unlanded nation. It's one of the reasons why I didn't play as a Japanese daimyo, because I believe they are unlanded, and I was like, I don't know how this works. I have no idea, and I don't care. The states are unhappy, don't care. Unprofitable buildings. I'm going to give it a month to see how that works. Inefficient minting. I just fixed that. No, I did not fix that, but it's kind of going to get told to go fuck itself. Possible diplomatic actions. We already made friends with Munster. We might decide we want to be friends with Brabant and just improve opinions with them so that we can potentially be friends. And then my goal here, at least in the early game, is to eat up these 2 little dudes, annex them, and then kind of just solidify ourselves and eventually cut through guilders to secure a land connection to Utrecht. While I do plan on having a naval connection of some sort, we're going to start with the land connection, hopefully. Possible reforms. Oh, yeah, that's this one. I'm not probably going to worry about that too much. Parliament. I can't do anything with Parliament because it was supposedly called 2 years ago, so I can't do anything with it until it's ready to be called again. The cabinet, I already just hired them. Laws. I do have laws I could pass, but tolerance to the true faith. Okay, is that essentially the way it works in EU4, where it's a gosh, what's that called? It's basically just unrest reduction. Civilized? No. High seas? No. Fortification maintenance down? Oh, that would be nice. Progression to defensive would be interesting. Breast reduction? My God. We don't allow that in my America. I want titties the size of a coffee table. Monthly devotion. Okay, well, that could be helpful, I guess. It would be funny to become the one bank that controls the world economy. Oh, brother. You mean just like become like the modern world? Yeah. Honestly, it'd be more tragic, but you're not wrong. Open borders, civil society. I don't really know if there's anything I care about here. We don't really have. What goods do we have access to? Fruit, grains, wheat, sturdy grains, sand, which I'm assuming is made for collected for glass. We have legumes, livestock, and horses. Are horses good? They don't look good. What is this? Goods demand. Nobody wants horses. Oh, okay. Goods cost. Transport cost. Cheap, I'm assuming. Oh, no, quite expensive. Okay. Sources for legumes. Wait, there's 2 sources here? There's 1 source here. What does this mean? Why is this saying 2? Stud farm? Hello. Well, that's where you're going to find me, boys. That's where I belong. Just waiting on my letter, like for the fucking Hogwarts. It's a bit late, but I'm sure it's right around the corner. I just got lost in transit, you know. Is that actually a building here? I could have swore I just saw a horse. Is that here? Mason. Okay. Granary. Okay. Spinner's Hill. Okay. Possible diplomatic actions. We can still do stuff there. Reforms. Yes, I understand. Oh, we need a rival. You know what? I'm probably just gonna wait on that. We're gonna let this tick. Maybe not the end of the month, but we're gonna let it tick for a second. Because I was hoping to get rid of some of these, but instead the list just grew. Thank you, game. Appreciate it. So, Utrecht, we're losing maritime presence. Okay. My biggest question, production, goods, food. I don't care about any of that. Buildings I care about, right? Am I going to be able to figure my way out of how to get like, what is it called? Like a wharf. Because I know you need a wharf. Oh my gosh, I don't have any towns on the ocean. I mean, yeah, on the ocean. This is like the perfect bay, perfect harbor bay you could ever ask for. And it's like, oh yeah, no, by the way, no. Coastal locations, okay. Grasslands, okay. Oceanic, okay. And wetlands, okay. That's fantastic. Local food production. How many people are here? 35,000. It produces fruit. I got to be honest, with 35,000 people, it might be worth it to make it into a town. But like I said, my biggest thing is, infrastructure and then most profitable, I think is what I'm going to do as buildings. I've heard rumor that that's the way to go. Can I search? Yes. Wharf. Why can't I create one? Why not? Tell me more. Hover the location on the map to see its requirements. Okay, this one right here. Oh, okay. It needs to be a town. It needs to be a town. Okay. So that can't be one. This could be one. How do I upgrade here? Found a town for 300 ducats. Ugh. Okay. Well, like I said, we're going to increase control over here. My biggest issue is I want a wharf because I believe it allows me to have more control here. And the other thing I want to do is eventually declare war on guilders and take this province right here, this chunk of a province right here, this location, so that we can cut across and have more control on our territory over here. And I'm tempted to just decide that this guy is going to be, whoops. Just say, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? How do I do that? It costs, huh. Cost stability to make a cast a spell against somebody. I just want to rival you, my dude. How do I do that? Oh, I have to do it from this? Okay, I guess that's fine. We are perfectly balanced. We are much stronger than the county of Zealand. Where? Oh, where? Is it this? County of Zupton and county of Benthen. Well, where's the other one? Zealand. What the hell is that? I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you and you see you. That's Zupton. Guilders. Am I blind? Do we see Zealand on the map here? Where the friggity frack is it? Oh, okay, it's this thing. Oh. Well, I kind of want Zupton. Does Zupton have anything interesting in here? They have clay. They have fiber. What about this guy? He's got marble. Is marble worth a lot of money? Marble seems to be fine. I still don't really understand how to read this. I get that the money is on the left there. Like, horses are worth 3 ducats, supposedly. Sand's worth 0.5. Thanks, bud. Best way to do as a bank nation is making coins as 1% interest. Yeah, as I said, I have no idea how any of the bank stuff works. I'm interested to try it, but it's definitely going to happen after I get my feet under me. Excuse me for the other part of this. I think we take Zupfen as a rival. We are a fair bit stronger. We are stronger than whoever the hell this guy is, Bentham, as well. They are no match for us. Well, that's unfortunate for them. My understanding is this means that costs of declaring war is brutal. Okay. Well, again, let's get through the first month so that I can kind of drop. See what of these actually disappear. How are we feeling with Holland? Holland loves us. I don't really care. Trade access, loyalty. Oh, Zealand is a subject. Interesting. We could do something like improve relations with this guy and potentially bring him in. Because I'm pretty sure you can ally and then dip. Ask them to become our vassal. Which they're telling me to get fucked. But... oh, have them to become their fiefdom? Yeah, I don't think that's the way I want to play this. Okay. Well, that's being developed, and that's increasing control. So hopefully that means we're going to make... see, look at how much money we just made. All of a sudden. Jumped almost half a ducat. Zupfen has declared us as a rival. Fantastic. Oh, buildings missing inputs, huh? Sturdy grains, clay, wool. Okay, well, that's a problem, but it's not my problem, really. I could theoretically declare war, but it would hurt a lot. I think what I'll do is I don't really know if I need more stability just yet. I have a decent amount of devotion. What's this give me as a negative? Right meow. Monthly religious influence. Pop leave rebels threshold. Oh, okay. Great power score. I don't really care, so we're just going to leave it as is. Because we're already gaining some, right? Because that's what the cost of court does. I still can't wrap my mind over us buying food. Like, that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. There's food here. Why do we have to buy any? But whatever. Society, I guess we could try to figure out some of this stuff, but Jewish people don't like us. Okay, then well, I guess that's a bit fucking rude. Low Franconia is our primary culture. Westphalian. Oh. Low Franconian is this stuff down here, and Westphalian is basically everything else in our country. Okay, that's fantastic. And then Frisian, which is the northern part. Interesting. There are 235,000 Frisians, 757,000 Westphalians, and 1.65 million Low Franconians. I'm curious to see how that's going to shake out once the Black Death shows up. It's like, oh, yeah, it's going to go bad. A lot of people are going to die. It's like, of course. Well, I want a city here so I can build a wharf, so I can have a little bit more control. I want a couple other things, really, but institution growth, no. Literacy up. Yeah, that seems reasonable. And then geopolitics. Okay. I don't really see how this is related to me. Like, is that the whole region of water? Oh. This zone. Oh, so it's showing me the one I'm currently adjacent to. Ah. Okay. And then eventually we can build disease resist buildings. Okay. I don't really plan on building an army. I could build ships. Are you serial? I could build a cog. I could build a galley. I don't have any people. Why do you say that I can build ships when I don't have any people to man said ships? And I won't until I build a wharf. That's kind of the whole deal here. I am also... Do we see... Okay, this development. Tax base. Is that the development of the province? Because I'm curious about how development works in the game now. Because it used to be that development was kind of a... I don't know, abstract number, really? Like, it gave you a hard number, and then it did everything. Like, everything. Which was kind of odd. And I didn't really like it. I liked it better than I liked Age of History, though. Age of History's system was pretty mid. The 100 Years' War has popped. Fantastic. Let's talk about this just briefly. I'll just read the thing, but this is, yeah, that's a big deal. In the year 1337, tensions between the Kingdom of England and the Kingdom of France, oh God, they're screaming at each other in my ears, have reached a breaking point. The long-standing disputes over territory and claims to the French throne have erupted into open hostilities, marking the beginning of the 100 Years' War. Both nations are now preparing for a protracted conflict that will shape the destiny of Western Europe. The world watches as these two great powers prepare for their inevitable clash on the battlefield. The 100 Years' War was a long and brutal conflict between England and France that lasted 1337 to 1453. Started when the English king claimed the French crown, arguing his right through his mother's bloodline, while the French rejected this under their own laws. Both sides already had overlapping territories in France, which only fueled the fire. What followed was a prolonged on and off war filled with battles, betrayals, shifting alliances, dragged on for over a century, and shifted the geopolitical landscape of all of Western Europe. This will hopefully be over quickly. I'm sure it will. Defensive League enact a policy for mutual defense. What is this? What am I supposed to do here? Tell me more, game. I swear. Military law? Maritime? Anti-piracy? Oh, is it here? Aha! Laws? Mutual defense? Possible defenses. Vote for possible defenses. They can be called. Always can be called. Ooh, automatic defense. They will automatically be called. Or will join. Period. I kind of just want to go with possible defense. And then just be really chummy. What do you want? Currently, the winning vote is projected to be automatic defense. Okay, sure. And we'll just be the best of friends. Alright, that's the situation for 100 Years' War. Bribe the estate. That's not very useful, is it? Okay, yeah, my God, we're really not making much for money, are we? Is there any way for me to make more money? Cloth being manufactured would make me a ton of money. Buildings? A Spinners Guild. Spinsters Guild? That's pretty funny. That's not the same thing. Isn't a spinster just a woman who's like over a certain age back in the day? Pretty sure that'd be the case. Regardless, I can just build like a Spinners Guild and it'd make me a ton of money. How much does it cost? Let's see. Build it costs 49. 3 years. Oh, it tells me right there on the right hand, right there. Whoops. Right there. Market access 83.9, but it says it'll cost 49, but it'll pay out 57 in 3 years. It'll pay for itself in 3 years and make more money. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, a new Trek, please. Really kind of hoping that we can start making some better money if I do some of that. Have a market in your control. Thank you, game, for popping me a sweet achievement. Yes, thank you. Have a market of your country with a full stockpile of at least 20,000 food. Thanks, bud. It seems that our member of a cabinet was stopping nothing to elevate his position. Questionable methods. He has come to command the undivided attention of myself. We lose 7 stability to fire him. Which one is this? This is my mid dude. We lose 10 devotion. Yeah, I'll take the stability hit. Thanks, bud. What was this? Increased control? Yeah. He'll be fine. Oh, there's an outbreak of disease. Thank you. Diseases. Measles, smallpox, and typhus? You want to make a... Oh, okay. That's not just in my country, right? No presents. Okay, fantastic. No presents. No presents. Minor outbreak. Ugh. When can I call... Where is it? It's right here. Parliament? When can we call Parliament? Requirement's not met. Yeah, I understand that. I'm asking when can I call Parliament? Oh. Less than 2 years. Okay, I guess that's fine. Would you like to be our friend? No. Would somebody like to be my friend? I would like to be friends. Oh, these guys would like to be my friend. How good are you? 1700. 500. Plus, does this have a fort on it? No. That'd be an easy capture. That do have a fort. That's not an easy capture. What about you? Could you be my friend? Is there a macro builder in this game that I can see? Map markers. I don't see a macro builder unless they put it somewhere else. Because normally in EU4, the macro builder is like right here. Where I can be like, hey, possible clerics, fantastic. Oh, okay. I guess this is kind of what I was looking for. For locating somebody who wants to be allied with me. No, that's not what I want. Who's this? They love us. That's interesting. They hate us. We're defensive alliance with them, and these guys. Would you like to tell me what this means again? Remember that Brabant doesn't want to be my friend. I don't think Frieza wants to be my friend. They would be okay with guaranteeing me. That makes me pretty sad. Gotta be honest. These guys are okay with me. Yeah, let's do that. That's fine. I still really want to do... what is this? My estate's hating me? Hey, thank you. Some things cannot be bought. Adele loving me more, or they lose... We gain 24 and they lose 15 satisfaction. If I wanted to bribe them, they would cost 30. Okay, for 10 satisfaction. That just seems a bit brutal, but I guess we just pump it up and it'll be fine. And if I make a horrible mistake, then guess what? It's the first time we're playing, so people will get over it. What do you want now, bud? Mutual defense, possible defense. You voted on the other one. You ass. They insulted us. We could potentially go to war. They do have guilders on their side. That's not great. Insulted us. What does that actually do for us? Conquer cost is increased. Subjugate cost is increased. Outside of that, doesn't matter. That's fine. I will never forget this. What did I do? I wasn't paying attention. Was I talking about titties again? That's my bad. What? It's constantly on the mind. So I don't really know what to tell you. How are we doing money-wise? Horribly. Is this almost done? My Spinners Guild? I feel like that didn't give me any money. No, don't worry. I appreciate it, but is it because I don't have any of it here? Missing inputs. Shut up. Missing inputs. Ah, I need grain. Okay. Unprofitable. It literally told me it was the most profitable. If I go like so. Hey, thank you. If I go like so. And I say, hey, let's build another one of these. I don't understand what I'm looking at, right? Because to me, okay. My problem is I don't see hard numbers, right? So that's kind of bothering me a little bit. Because it tells me you're missing right here, right? No, not this one. This one. It tells me you're missing 0.84 for one building. But when I go in here and I go, hey, how much will I get? I don't see anything. This, but that doesn't tell me how much I have in here. Is that this? No. Sources. Okay. Food outputs. Okay. Well, you know what? We don't have the money to do it anyway, so it's just going to sit here, but it is a little bit irritating. We got burgers going up. Cost of purchasing food. That could be very nice. Brilliant diplomat. What do you get? 20 religious influence. I still don't really know what I'm doing with it. Is that just voting on laws? Well, I could. Increase monthly diplomats. That's the one I've noticed that I might need. Cost of purchasing food might be helpful. And then construction speed. It'd also be nice if I could do something like construction cost. But for now, that's not really a thing. Oh, the Curia. My boy. There it is. This is our what's the word I'm looking for? Our parliament, basically. Sponsor a cathedral. 2 cathedrals. 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 2 cathedra Build a cathedral. It will still cost 78 gold. What? Okay. Promote a member of the clergy. Okay. Invest in naval infrastructure. That would be super nice if that was a town. Host army exercises to increase tradition. Well, actually, we gain 10 army tradition and we drop our tradition to K. Conduct a census for population growth. Bolster the government for monthly devotion. I kind of am interested in this army. Because I don't really care to have the cathedral. That's very expensive. And I cannot afford it. Where did my my audio go? Why did all of a sudden my audio entirely disappear? Thanks for that. Huh. But no. So I don't really want to bribe a bunch of people though. I could just promote somebody and then because I have a really high chance of passing. Oh, it would increase the cost of court. I don't really know if I want to do that. Oh, that's the overall cost regardless, isn't it? Attempt to support a resolve in parliamentary issues, creating casus belli. If I do something like this, it seems like it just go down. So you know what? I'm just going to promote a member. And then I'm also going to be like, hey, I want a casus belli, and I want it on... Actually, wait. Who are you allied to? No, you hate me. You're allied to nobody, supposedly. But I have a casus belli in you. But you're not alone. Why is he joining with you? They are significantly stronger than we are. We're slightly weaker than them. What about just declaring war on you? Same. The difference is that would be Hoya, which is that tiny little guy right there, and then Tecklenburg. But this dude and his 500 units would be able to do nothing. Because we could raise... Thanks for that. Thanks for making me unable to see what I'm doing. How am I supposed to see? Oh, right there, right there. 1,193. Hoya, by themselves, would bring in 600. And I guarantee these guys would bring in quite a few. Yeah, another 1,000. And me by myself only bring in 1,100 anyway. This might end up being one of those like, no, we're just going to be very, very small. As for larger levies, what does that do? Parliament approved levies. Levy size plus 25%. Only for 3 years, though? Interesting. Also interesting. Max literacy for clergy up. Literacy increases research rate. Right. Okay. Let's see. So we would push for freedom instead of serfdom. I could ask for larger levies. And I could pay the 20 gold for that, but I'm not going to do that. Again, that's going to just increase my burgers or a piece. Fantastic. And then that's just going to increase the percentage that my law is. Okay, that's interesting. Importance of agenda, state satisfaction. Okay. Well, I'm probably not going to end up fighting any wars early on because I don't really have any strength here. I mean, we've got this guy, and it's like, oh no, he's worth 4,000 men. Let us slide. We're doing just fine. The only thing we're not doing fine on is economically. We're not doing very well. I would like to be doing better, but we're not doing super well. They used it to lobby against us. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. It's good. Member of the clergy will appear. Thank you. Pass a parliament issue. Fantastic. Inefficient mining. Yeah, of course. I still am very confused about what I want to do here. I mean, I kind of want to just go agricultural cultivation, but I don't really know if I want more serfdom. It would mean peasants' food consumption up, tax for peasants up, raw material output, and then supply limit. All of those up. Where this would be like pop promotion speed and prosperity. Which I don't really understand what prosperity does. Changes monthly. Okay, thank you very much. how prosperous and resourceful a location is. Prosperity increases the development of a location over time, makes it more likely to attract migration. Prosperity rises naturally, but will decrease as a result of low pop satisfaction, diseases, sieges, occupation, blockades, or if the location is looted by an enemy army. Devastating consequence of the population. Okay. So, I mean, that seems fine, but at the same time, serfdom seems totally acceptable. Slightly more food costs, but that would just be essentially outpaced by the fact that the law that we were thinking about putting in would be for more food production. We'd also probably be able, hopefully, to stop buying food. I have 4 years before we lose our Casus Belli. That blows. And we're just tanking our cash. Forts are a strength. Yeah, that's probably fair. Peasant levy size down. That's the exact opposite of what I want to do. Papal States hates me. Okay, that's fine. What I'll probably do actually is just improve their opinion with us. Thank you. Okay. That went through. That's fantastic. And we are already looking a little bit better. Okay, I don't really care, bud. I'm just trying to see what I can do for making friends. None of these guys want to be my friend. That's a downer. All by myself. And I certainly just don't have the money for making a city, which would be, it would have been the biggest, like, instant bonus we could have gotten is making Amersfoort a city. That would have been insanely useful. But instead, that's not what happened. And that kind of sucks. They just do not understand. A little gold? No. They can kind of get fucked on that one. Sorry, bud. I don't have any money. So you're just going to have to believe that I will eventually get to you. Vanity is sin even if it's for a fort or a bunch of prestige. No, vanity is a sin. Make my life even better. and my country even more great. Oh, what are we doing, game? What are we doing? Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, we're damn near crashing to enter the age of Renaissance. Thank you, bud. Thank you. We'll take an institution growth, probably. And then that one. Grant privilege cost? I don't know yet. Okay, Age of Renaissance. So I haven't looked too deeply at these, but we're probably going to go for something that increases income, probably, so that I can eventually build wharfs and whatnot. Thirst for knowledge, empiricism, max illiteracy, legislative efficiency. Whoa, what's Marcher Lords? Unlocks March as a subject type? I like that. I like it a lot. Market recruitment, debts and loans, court accounting, cost of court just down 1%. That's actually pretty good. Benefits for mercenaries, mercenary maintenance, 15%. Okay. Local infrastructure, proximity costs down. Okay. Religious war casts a spell. That's interesting. Market attraction. What does that do? Impacts how much Pulley Market Center has over a location to make it part of its market. Oh, which would make our market larger. Okay. Technically, if we wanted to go with the whole we're going to be building an army thing, we could take military focus and use that to just bully this man. I don't know how far it'd go though, because if we crushed him with a more like elite army, right? If we went with this would give us access to where was it? No. Levy combat efficiency. If we worked our way down to designated instruction. I honestly don't know how any of these work because I haven't really seen much about them. Let me look. Nope, sorry. There we go. Age of Renaissance. What requirements? I'm guessing the Renaissance isn't here. Institutions right there. Okay. Legalism, feudalism. Oh, okay. That's what we're looking for. Present is feudalism and legalism. Okay. But that means that somewhere is the Renaissance. Or at least starting. Oh, okay. What's this? Oh, I'm proving relations. Okay, that's what they cared to tell me. Well, you know what? I'm just going to go with military focus, and I'm going to move on with my day and see what happens. Because like I said, I don't quite understand what's going on with that, but we will get into it nonetheless. I do feel like it didn't do anything for my military yet, which is fine. Institution appeared in Genova. Professional armies. Armies have existed since war was invented many thousands of years ago. However, their form has changed over the centuries, and many different kinds of recruitment and organization have developed in different cultures and periods. In the late Middle Ages, armies in a wide range of societies relied on levies based on the structures of feudal societies, with knights and footmen forming a corps that was levied seasonally. In some regions, however, states were powerful enough to finance standing armies with professional soldiers who would be available for duty throughout the year. This system was also developed in Europe after the outbreak of the Hundred Years' War, being one of the main changes that promoted a military revolution in the early modern age. Increasing the size and quality of professional armies while finding new sources of revenue to finance them soon became one of the main challenges for rulers around the world. Hello, Genova. Nice to see you. Is that a road? I would also like to build a road. Brother? Why do you want to change the law like every other minute? Sure. You. Hostile. What does covert allow me to do? Build a spy network? Sure. There you go, bud. Have a good time. Do I know what that does? Not a clue. Institution of banking in Venezia. Money lending has existed since metal-based coins appeared in antiquity. However, it depended on some individuals and their family groupings or on the ancient states. A shift occurred in the Middle Ages, encouraged by the renewed growth of long-range commercial activities on the Eurasian continent and its peripheries. Specialized moneylenders began to organize when Jewish communities started operating between the Christian and Islamic worlds. However, the boom of credit demand that followed the Crusades in the 12th century encouraged merchants from the Italian city-states to create larger structures for money lending, effectively founding the first bank institutions such as the Peruzzi and Bardi houses. More instruments were developed, like bills of exchange and debt bonds, and banking dynasties such as the Medici, the Fugger, the Welser soon became as powerful as states. That is the banking states that Nathan Crouch was speaking about. Okay. A little bit more money would be fantastic. I would like to be able to charge Jeez, guys. The Jewelers Guild is unprofitable. Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about that too much. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take knowledge as power. We'll finish out institution spread, which is also fine. $1,200. I would like to be able to recruit regulars, but I just don't have any manpower either. So that's cool. Let's see. Oh, I see. So it's like there's chunks that happen over time. Meritocracy is going to spread to us. That's super interesting. Yeah, that's probably not going to matter. Thank you. I was hoping for a little more income. Okay, never mind. Literally watching myself plummet on income. Thank you. Offer of an alliance from Cologne. Cologne. Why, bud? I don't see why not. I like them just fine. I think they're in a pretty good position to help me against guilders. Ideally, they could help me declare war here, but they refuse to, because none of my allies want to join any of my wars. Allied to enemy. Thank you for that. Cologne would join that war. We are still weaker than them. I would like a little bit of expansion. I'm going to make this so it's basically just staying put. And then diplomatic spending going down. That would also probably be good. Oh, we got a new bishop. He is a bit more of a military guy. And our boy died. That is unfortunate. Now, I was looking to try something. Saints. Doctrines. I was wondering if I could canonize a dude. And if that happened through me having just religious influence. We're electing 50 gold. No. I thought there was like a canonized local saint thing. Veneration of Saints and Reliquaries. Society of Jesus. Persecution of Witchcraft. No. Huh. Well, that's bothersome. Oh, this man's blind. Well, sucks to be him, I guess. Increase in commons. Across the country, an increase in the formation of common shared lands between the Boden has been noted. Of course, the burghers complain that the commons are an outdated method, one less productive than their conversion into enclosures. The peasants, basically, vehemently oppose this idea, citing age-old rights and the importance of the commons to their livelihoods. The decision now falls upon the state. Should we uphold tradition and allow the commons to flourish, or do we seek a path forward into the modernization of our agricultural framework? Make these guys hate us. Okay, I mean, I guess that's fair. Gain 7 stability. We get bountiful harvest. We go towards traditional economy, where we favor enclosures for an agricultural boom, which would help there. Lose 7 stability. Push towards capital economy. What does that really do for us? Ooh, we are... Well, we're making our way there, but not very quickly. Food production would be down. Building costs would be down. Bank interest would be down, and production efficiency. Versus building costs up slightly. Raw materials output, population capacity, and food production. I mean, for now, I think the commons is the best option. Bishop Dietrich has been well received by the Westphalian sympathizers in our bishopric, but many low Franconian locals view the bishop with distrust. Yeah, well, I'm sure they do. Lose 10 devotion or lose 7 stab? Well, I guess we're losing 7 stab. Right. But I think we're going to call it there for right this moment. Because I'm very, very tired. So we're going to call it there for the night. Let's see here. Let's see. Do I have anything going on Twitch? Probably not. No. Not really. There we go. So you don't got to stare at some shenanigans for a minute here. But no, we're going to call it there for the evening. Most likely, knowing me, I will probably dip my toe into some of EU5 and try to wrap my mind around some more of it on my own as well. But that's a pretty good start, I figure. Kind of getting our feet wet because, like I said, EU5 is going to be another game just like EU4 that was big and difficult for me to wrap my brain around for a while, but I will most likely end up loving it. I can already feel it in my bones, you know. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, do the internet thing. You know how this works. I don't got to tell you twice. I hope you loved it, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely, lovely rest of your day. I'll catch you guys most likely tomorrow. Bye.